All right. I'm going to show you guys how you can take multiple parts, put them into one drawing, and prep them for the laser. So I'll just create a sketch. I'm just going to create some basic shapes. But these will work with any shapes. Just know the process. I apologize, my computer trying to run too many things at once. It goes a little slower than it normally would. All right. So here I have two shapes. First thing I have to do is I have to create these two bodies. See them over here. Body one, body two. I have to turn them into separate components. So I'm going to right click on that first body and I'm going to create components from body. I'll do the same thing for body two. Right click, create components from bodies. So now I've turned those bodies into separate components. I'll click on this first one, right click on this first one, and you'll see something called create drawing. So first component, create drawing. Now over here, we're not going to mess with anything. I'm going to keep this at B because our laser is 20 by 12 and this is 17 by 11. So close enough. You'll have a little extra wiggle room, but we don't want to get too close to the edge with the laser either. So this will be fine for what we're working with. I will click OK. So same way we normally create drawings, it's going to create the same thing of just that component that we've created. Again, this will take just an extra second because I got a lot of things running on the computer. Okay, come on. Why are we going so slow? All right, apologize for that delay. So here's my normal drawing. Now, when the sides pop up, we have to make sure that our scale is 1:1. So make sure you change your scale to 1:1. Just place yours anywhere. Click OK. And now that's here. I'm going to go back to my part. And here's where it's going to get a little different. I'll right click on component 2, same way we've done before. I will go to create drawing, the same thing we were at before, but I'm going to change a few settings here. First, I don't want to create a new drawing. I want to add it to that drawing I just made, which I never saved, so it's still labeled as untitled. I also don't want to create a new sheet. I want to add it to sheet 1. So those are two super important settings you got to change. Set it to the drawing that we just did and the sheet we just did. And I will click OK. And now, again, I have to create this at the right scale. And if this is facing the wrong way, you could also change your orientation here. So if you did something on a different plane and you need to rotate it, you can rotate it as needed. In this case, I did both of them on that same plane, so they'll be fine either way. I will place that one. I'll press OK. And now I have both. Now, before I export this to start lasering, the laser is going to see these and it's going to cut these out or engrave or score, whatever we want to do. However, it's also going to see all this stuff and it's going to try to laser that. Over here at sheet settings, if I click this arrow, I can hide the title block and that page sheet size. So I will remove both of those, and now I'm just left with the sheets, or with the parts. I can go to export, click OK. Now I have to remember where I'm saving this. I'll just put this in, this is going to my screenshots. I'll just stick this in my downloads folder to make it a little easier. And I'll just label this test one. You could save it again for whatever you're making. So now it's going to my downloads and I'll click save. So basically save this as a PDF. I can now go to Glowforge. I can create a design and upload a file. Go to my downloads. Test one is there. I'll open it. Sorry, I just realized I'm not sharing the right screen anymore. Let's try that again. So now that I'm in Glowforge, let me show that one again before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So I'll go to create new design. I'll upload a file. I'll find test one, which you might not be able to see at this point. And it brings that part that I just made into Glowforge. Now you'll have to change your material to whatever we're lasering on, and you'll see it's set to cut. Now, if you wanted to move these around individually, you can. Now, if you wanted to, say, engrave one and cut the other, I can copy and paste as a new step. And now I can remove that first one. Oops, that one. And now I have two separate ones that I could set individually, or if everything's getting cut, you could just leave it the way we had it before. Now, when I send this through, it'll laser cut what I just created in Fusion.